As pretty much all of you know, I'm quite into history. The problem with that is that I know just enough to get loads of stuff completely wrong. Good morning! Welcome to a beautiful late summer morning. It's 11 o'clock and I'm heading down to Kelso. As usual, we're stuck in late autumn traffic, which mainly consists of tractors, and there's a lot of cyclists about. But what we're out about, there was a little something that I wanted to talk about. And it was actually a few days ago. There's a channel that I've been watching for a little while that I discovered, and they're called Thrill Mouse Moto. And if you haven't been across there, seriously, you owe it to yourself. It's a bunch of guys with Rykers, obviously, and they simply epitomise what the Ryker's all about, really, for me. And I really wanted to talk about that, but first I want to give them a proper shout out. The channel's called Thrill Mouse Moto. They do ride outs around their local area. They do how-to videos. They have a drift trike, which I'm looking forward to them getting out onto the roads. Hold on. And it was while I was watching the video of the road trip. It's a slightly longer video, but trust me, it is worth it. The guys go out and about and visit a few places on the Rykers, and they just have an absolute whale of a time. They have a great time. It's just a bunch of friends hanging out, doing what they love. So go check them out. But anyway, that video, it got me thinking about what it is that makes the Ryker so wonderful. What makes it the best machine on the planet, in my opinion. Other machines are available, but trust me, this is the best. But we have an equipment malfunction, so I'm going to pull off here for a second. Last time out, obviously you saw that I had a new camera angle. Well, unfortunately, when attempting to remount the bracket to go out a second time, the bracket broke. And so I've improvised using my trusty selfie stick and the camera that was on the bracket. I really don't know why I bothered passing those cars and tractor. Okay, onward and upward. Let's see if we can get to Kelso without anything else falling apart. So where was I? Yeah, it got me thinking about what makes the Ryker so good. And I've come to the conclusion that it's because the Ryker can be pretty much anything you want it to be. Its primary function isn't to tour. However, with a few additional pieces of luggage, etc., it's perfectly feasible to tour on it. It's no different to touring on, say, a Harley Sportster or a similar bike. You just got to plan a bit better than if you were on, say, a Spider or a Road King or something like that. But it is perfectly possible. But where it's most at home is in two places. One is on little country roads, as I tend to go on quite a lot. It's absolutely fantastic for just ripping about on the back roads. You know, a little bit of tomfoolery, a little bit of speed, a little bit of hard acceleration, but obviously not kicking the arse out of it, as we say over here. Camera's still on anyway. Anyway, it's also marvellously at home in the town and the city. It can zip about with absolute consummate ease. Obviously, you can't filter lanes or anything like that, but it's just fantastic. And then I saw another video this morning from Bill Ramsayer, and he took his Ryker, and the head of the guy from Trail Performance took his Ryker. I just hit it by a beat. And they took them down a drag strip, a raceway, and they tested out the Rykers, because obviously Bill has a lot of performance parts on his Ryker. He's done a lot of work on it, he's tuned it, and he's really good at what he does. And the guy from Trail Performance, he wanted to test out the mods he'd done to his, bit of product testing, if you will. And it was a fantastic video. It was exciting to watch. There was loads of technical data. If you're into tuning your Ryker, it's a really good video that's very worth watching. But that showed that, you know, if you want to go on a track day, or if you want to go down to a raceway and do some drag racing, do it. You know, it's a fantastic idea. If you want to go on a group ride, fantastic. She'll hold her own in a group of mixed bikes. Okay, say there's someone there with a Hayabusa with a turbo on it, or I don't know, a Panigale or something. Obviously, they're going to leave the Ryker standing unless you go, because again, it's not its primary function, but it will keep up in a group of mixed bikes. And if you just want to go for a solo saunter about the country roads, you know, just taking it easy, taking in the scenery and stuff, she's absolutely perfect for that. So the reason really that the Ryker is so wonderful is its versatility. It can be anything for anyone. And you know, there's the old saying, jack of all trades, master of none. But that's not what the Ryker is either. But it's sort of like a jack of all trades, a master of a few of them too. Then on top of all of that, you've got the reliability. I'm sorry if my voice is very croaky today. I don't know why that is. But yeah, you've got incredible reliability, a proven power plant in it. You know, Rotax engines are famous the world over. When I was in the army, they used to have Rotax 500s in the Armstrong military motorcycles, and I nearly bought one of them because they were fantastic. It was an Armstrong single cylinder 500cc. Honestly, they're absolutely bomb proof. Oh, these cobbles are fun. If you'll notice, cobbled streets, not the most smooth ride in the world, but wouldn't have it any other way. This is us back in Kelso. Oh, that's right. You just cross without looking. So here we are. As pretty much all of you know, I'm quite into history. The problem with that is that I know just enough to get loads of stuff completely wrong. So we'll be finding out about the Abbey as we go along. So this is one of the main archways into Kelso Abbey. But as you can see, there's no gate. So let's go find a way in, shall we? So, once these cars have gone past. So we found the way in anyway. Let's see what we can find out about the place. So let's read what this says. The impressive ruins of Kelso Abbey's West Tower are all that survive of one of Scotland's richest medieval abbeys. It was built to a twin-tower, double-crossed plan, unparalleled in the rest of the kingdom. King David's decision to site the abbey close to the border with England was in part to show his neighbour how sophisticated his kingdom had become, but it also put the abbey on the front line in the struggles between the kingdoms. As the largest of the border abbeys, Kelso suffered greatly. In 1545, an English army led by the Earl of Hertford systematically demolished the abbey. 2 years later, Hertford returned to find just 16 monks and laymen left to defend the surviving West Tower. So what remains of this arch here was the west door. It was the main processional entrance to the church. The remains of a single large window can be seen above. Is there? Oh yeah. The size of that archway. That's insane. This was built 900 years ago. Imagine what this was like. This must have been such an impressive building. Crumbs, the ruins are impressive enough. This was part of the south wall of the nave, apparently. Oh my life. This grave here is from 1780. Wow. Those two you can't read. This one 1802. And these are the newer ones. How cool is that? This is the memorial cloister. It looks like a place where monks would hang out and, you know, do monk type things. But this was built as a memorial in 1933. Pretty impressive. So this gives you some idea of what the place would be like before it was destroyed. Check out the bolted ceilings. That's something. I mean, obviously this is a reconstruction, this part of it, but still, more than a little bit impressive. that was my trip to Kelso. So we'll take the scenic route home though. There's the River Tweed. Some of you may recognise this spot as where we ended the trip on the Maxton Road. These corners are just absolutely incredible. So wherever you are, the weather's glorious and the roads are empty. Until next time, take care.